Masunto sa Bilay at Sikayon Amin Tourist, Galila at Pangasinan, home of a beautiful smile and warm hospitality. Magandang buhay, tourists! Are you all excited for today's trip? Fantastic! On behalf of Traveling Tours, I am May Ann Magalong, or you can simply call me Ate Ann. And besides me, our coach captain, Sir Michael. He is licensed in a professional driver for a long years. So we will be your companions for today's trip. So now, let's get into the bus and let's do the head count. 1, 2, 3, 60! Fantastic! We are all complete. But before we proceed to our destinations, let me remind you of a few reminders. Just remember the word Pangasinan. P. Put your important things inside your bag to avoid unnecessary loss. A. Always ensure the safety, so wear your face mask, face shield, sanitize hands, and practice social distancing to keep us safe from the COVID-19 virus. And no throwing wood food scraps. G. Go for it. So if you have any concern, clarifications, and questions, please don't hesitate to tell us. A. Attention. Please always pay attention to my signals, especially when we are heading to our destinations. S. Synchronize your time as mine so no one would not be left behind. I. Instructions. So I have here a whistles and a flag. So when I whistles twice, while waving the flag, that means that your time is ended and you need to go back to our service vehicle for us to proceed in our next destinations. And no smoking. Don't bring any cigarettes in our tour. A. Approach me. Please always approach me when you are not feeling well. And no drinking alcohol. Just sit back, relax, and be amazed of the beauty of Pangasinan. In a few minutes, we will arrive to our destinations. Welcome to Pangasinan. So as you can see, the weather is great and it's a perfect time to visit. So before we proceed to our first destinations, let me tell you a little trivia about this place. So Pangasinan is located in the Ilocos region of Luzon. Its capital is Lingayen. Pangasinan is on the western area of the island of Luzon, along Lingayen Gulf and the South China Sea. This province is a crescent shape and occupies 536,818 hectares of the land area, which constitutes almost one half or 41.8% of the total land area of Region 1 and 1.8% of the total area of the Philippines. Did you also know that Pangasinan was the first founded by Austronesian peoples who called themselves Anak Banwa by at least 2500 BC? A kingdom called Luyag na Kabuluan, which expanded to incorporate much of northwestern Luzon, existed in Pangasinan before the Spanish conquest began in 16th century. Pangasinan is the third biggest province in the whole Philippine archipelago, derived its name from the salt or asin in the vernacular, owing the rich and fine salt beach which were the prime source of livelihood for the province coastal town. Be ready because we are now heading to our first destinations. Now, welcome to the Tayug Sunflower Maze. This farm is located at number 4, Barangay Silicauco, Tayoy, here in Pangasinan. This farm is owned by the Allied Botanical Corporations or ABC, a vegetable seed breeder, producers, and contributor. This giant maze of flower would look like a fully open sunflower sparkling a 2,100 square meter portion of a 3-hectare demonstrating farm. This sunflower maze was designed by the landscape Tony Rivera. As much as 8,000 sunflower plants would make up the maze. This is the first sunflower maze here in the Philippines that was opened to the public last February 17, 2017. Aside from sunflowers, there are also different kinds of flowers that you can see inside this camp, such as marigolds, Pelosia cristaya, Compriana, and morning glory. 3 are also different kinds of vegetables inside the camp, but most of them are still seedlings. Can I ask a question, tourists? Did you have any idea where the sunflowers came from? Okay, sunflower is discovered by the North American in Mexico that was first grown as a crop of the indigenous tribes over 4,500 years ago. Over the past 25 years, the sunflower market has continued to grow and it now ranks at the 4th most important oil after palm and soybean, but not only in the American but also in the whole world, including our country. Welcome to the Divine Place here in Pangasinan, the Manawag Church. Our Lady of Manawag is a miraculous church with a 400 years long and a history of renowned miracles and a pious events. According to the legend of its origin centuries ago, a farmer was walking through the field when he heard a woman's voice. He looked around and saw the Virgin Mary with a rosary in her right hand and the child Jesus in her left, standing in a cloud veiling a treetop. The man fell to his knees before the apparitions, who told him where she wanted her church to be located. He told people of his vision, and soon a church was built on the spot where the lady appeared. A town quickly flourished around it and was called Manawag. Our Lady of Manawag actually refers today specifically to an ivory statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary brought from the Spain via Acapulco in the early 17th century here in the Philippines by Padre Juan de San Jacinto. Now located in the shrine in the church, the image is one of the most venerated Marian image here in our country, and it is true by believers to possess healing powers as patroness of the sick, the helpless, and the needy. The Dominicans started build a large church of its present site in 1701 under the sponsorship of Gaspar de Gamboa, who were wealthy residents from Manila who moved to Lingayen. In the back of this church is another building called Candle Gallery. You can choose to purchase from a wide variety of candles from one of the church. You can make a wish here. If your belief is strong, you will experience miracles. Welcome to the beautiful island here in the Philippines, the 100 Islands. The Philippines is truly as a home of 1,000 of amazing islands that never disappoints. Believe it or not, this one place in the country that is famous for having more than 100 paradise for beach lovers. Here at Pangasinan 100 Islands. The 100 Island National Park is the first national park and a protected area located in Alaminos, Pangasinan here in the Philippines. The national park was created by Presidential Proclamation number 664 covering an area of 16.76 square kilometers and signed by President Manuel L. Quezon on January 18, 1940 for the benefits and enjoyment of the people of the Philippines and known as the 100 Island National Park. The 100 Islands National Park here in the Alaminos, Pangasinan, also known as Kapulupuluan or Taytay Lakes, boasts at 121st islands at low tide at 123 islands at high tide that is scattered along the Lingayen Gulf. There are actually ancient corals that extend well inland in an area previously comprising the seabed of an ancient sea. This island is known across the world for good reasons. They called it 100 Island because there are more than 100 islands that are accessible from one another. The whole place is really like a paradise because of its clear water and sparkling blue sky, which are very refreshing to the eyes. Welcome to our fourth destination, the Lingayen Beach. Lingayen Public Beach can be found in Lingayen, the capital of Pangasinan Province. This place was found in January 6, 1640. It is a perfect for beach and water sports, team building activities, bonfires, and sunsets of sunrise viewing. The Long Beach served as the landing strip of numerous attack planes. The area where the beach facilities are now established was one of the landing areas of the American forces that paved way for the liberation of the northern Luzon on January 9, 1945. This Lingayen Beach is actually at least 12 kilometers long deep into the bottom curve of the Lingayen Gulf. Now, welcome to the St. Vincent Ferrer statue in Barangay Bani, Bayambang, Pangasinan. St. Vincent statue set the record in Guinness World Record as the tallest bamboo sculpture last April 5, 2019. This statue is made of steel frame and engineered bamboo panels. The design of the sculpture was done through 3D polygon technology. Measuring at 164 feet and 9.56 inches, it is said that the statue is taller than the Statue of the Liberty in New York, which statue itself stands at 151 feet, and the Christ the Redeemers of the Brazil, which stands at 98 feet. This statue was headed by architect Jerry Soratos, engineer Aaron Filaferte, and Jericho Roble. So that is the end of our tour. I hope everyone enjoyed. Again, this is Mayan Magalong, your tour guide. On behalf of Traveling Tourists, thank you for having us. As we visit to Pangasinan Province, Abal Balig salamat at si kayo namin tourist.